We're A&A Safety. We do a lot of different things. So between pavement markings, reflective markers on the road, removal of lines, pretty much everything that the big paving guys don't want to do. We come in, we make the road look pretty once they're done putting the asphalt down. Total employees for us is very seasonally dependent. A lot of what we do is weather-based, so dependent on rain or temperature. When we are in full swing, usually between April and probably November, we're up above 300 people. In the winter time, we scale back pretty heavily. Certain amount of people would stick around to help us build equipment, repair equipment, and we would probably scale back to a total of about 100 employees in the wintertime. Any of our heavy highway workers, or what we would deem as heavy highway work, if you're out on the road working, it is a union-based job, so you've got to be in the laborers union to work here at our company. And that starting salary is $33.40 an hour currently, and that goes up with the new union agreements and the wage bumps every year.
So when I started working at A&A, I was just a laborer on the road. I was a coner. So my job was to ride on the back of the truck, following the striping truck, and put cones on the wet marking to protect it from traffic. Following that, I advanced to becoming in charge of layout. Then I moved up to become a foreman and operating the truck. And now I currently work on all the equipment maintenance and performing the truck builds. Some of the biggest challenges we have are the fact that we're such a small market, and it's such a unique market that it's not like you're just going to find someone that knows about paint trucks and pavement markings right off the street. It's a lot of training, and that just requires a little bit of time. So what we're looking for are people that are motivated and are willing to learn and that are excited to learn.
So to add on to what Daniel said, another challenge that we have is once people are here, and everyone tends to come in very eager and motivated to learn, and after a while you want to retain people. And some challenges with that would be you have to be very flexible with schedule. We are at the beck and call of some of these larger contractors a lot of times, and that can include night work, day work. The schedule's kind of last minute. They might call and say they're not ready, they are ready to get us in the door. So flexibility with schedule can be tough sometimes. But looking towards the future, running the company possibly in not a different way, but we're really pushing hard to advance with technology nowadays. There's a lot of cool software and stuff coming out. Things have been done for the same way for a long time, and there's a lot of data nowadays that you can collect that can really be beneficial to your company. So really taking a good look at that and trying to push ourselves forward to collect as much data as we can to make ourselves as efficient as we can.
Some of the technologies that we are implementing here or that we're looking to implement, it all comes down to getting the data that is important to us and using it to be more efficient, be more productive, and really drive our company into the future. So for example, we're looking at a new fuel system that will accurately track the fuel that we consume, and we're looking at analytics such as how long does it take to fuel up? How long are people spending at the pump? Because all of this boils down to a labor cost and a fuel cost, and if we can reduce that, we make ourselves more efficient. Another example would be some of our software that we're looking at in terms of job costing. Where are we spending our money on jobs? Where are we making our money on jobs, and are we profitable? And how can we take that data and make ourselves even more profitable? In terms of development, we are currently working with the MVP program to better our leadership.
Once you come in the door talking about skills that you might want to pick up to advance, Daniel spoke a little bit about how we are a niche industry and there's not a lot of training before you come in here. You don't go to paint truck school. That's kind of learned on the fly as you're here. Now, you come in, you're eager. Some of the things that we do to try and advance people are, we had mentioned that we do build our paint trucks, and we try to include people that are willing to learn and wanting to learn in that build process. So the guys that are operating the paint trucks in the summer, we keep some of them around in the winter to learn those paint trucks. So when they have issues in the summer, they know if this pump's messed up, this might be why, because I put it together and I know how it works. So those are the things that we want them to learn as they progress and they learn how these pieces of equipment work, very unique pieces of equipment to gain knowledge, to troubleshoot, and then using that to better themselves, to maybe hop on the back of the truck and start learning to operate it, hop in the front of truck, start learning to drive. It just takes a little bit of time here to gain the knowledge. It's a lot of practice, really. Trying to drive a paint truck using a camera, something you've never done before, takes time, it takes effort. But if that effort's there, it can be a really fun job, and you can kind of really work your way up the ladder. So there's a lot of different opportunities. We've spoke a little bit about the different departments we have here for kind of the on-the-road construction side, whether it be putting down lines, taking lines off, putting in reflectors. That's kind of the construction out on the road side of things. And we've also got, if you think about it, we've got an entire estimating department where you can really learn and you look at jobs and costing and what you can do that job for. It's basically putting together a really educated guess to what we can do this job for. You throw a number, you try to get a job, as well as, there's a lot of accounting and stuff that goes on behind the scenes for us as well.
Some of the other opportunities available at A&A, we have, you can be a semi-truck driver, you can be a water blaster operator, you can be a paint truck operator. If you're more mechanical, we have opportunities as a mechanic, as a pavement marking equipment technician, which is involved in building the trucks and maintaining those trucks. We also have a graphics division, which creates all the signs on the road. We sheet the signs, as well as we do vehicle wraps. We wrap the Harlem Globetrotters bus. So there's all types of jobs available for all types of people.